Alright, look what we got over here. The factory Honda Civic 8th Gen Civic R18 front sway bar and rear sway bar. And what are these doing here? Well, sadly we're downgrading. We sold the Civic Si front and rear sway bars that we had, and we're going back to the factory sway bars. But we did run into one problem, and I'm here to show you guys that problem and how I'm going to resolve that problem. And most likely at some point in your vehicle's life, if you're swapping sway bars or going from Si to stock or from stock to Si, you're gonna maybe run into this problem on a 10-15-year-old vehicle like this. So check this out. So the rear sway bar actually has a mounting surface right over here. You got these, and these are different than the Si mounting surfaces. So when you swap the rear sway bar, you also have to swap the mounts for the Si sway bar. And since we had the Si sway bar swapped in there, when we were removing it after 10 years of use, we actually ran into a big problem. Right over here, where that sway bar mounts, we got a problem because those nuts that were on the inside of this housing broke off, and we actually had to chop the bolts off, and the bolts are actually in that inner piece over there. And since it is a sealed piece, right, you see it's seam sealed all around, we cannot remove those bolts, and we really can't put the mount back on because there's no way to do it. So I'm going to tell you on this video how I'm planning to tackle this problem and how to fix it. Alright, so right over here I did indicate where I'm planning to cut a hole, and once I cut the hole I can take the old bolts out, put a nut on top on the inside, and put the new bolts in there, feeding it through that nut. The same situation is going to have to happen on the driver's side right over here. Actually on this side, one of the nuts right here, this first nut is still there. This is the little Dremel we're going to be using, and this is the little cutoff wheel that's already installed. We're going to cut those holes using this, and then I bought new bolts with a nut that we're going to feed through it, and we'll be able to put those new bolts and nuts through right here. We'll feed it through there, put the bolt on the inside and tighten it down nice and tight, and we'll get some stability back, because right now I'm running no sway bars with the stock OEM suspension, and it is very floppy, especially during highway driving or when you're doing quick turns, left to right, left to right. It sways so much without the stability from the sway bars. So definitely want to get the stock ones back on there and installed. So let's get started. PS, I hate the Midwest, I hate the Rust Belt, and I hate cars here, because if it's over 12, 13, 14 years old working on these cars, these are the common problems you run into. I wish I was in Cali. I wish I was in Cali.
Sinfónica, where classical music meets hip-hop, corridos tumbados, and reggaeton. Visit Tecate Beer.
As you can see, we got the holes, we got the new bolts in underneath, and we're just gonna put the nut on the bottom end. They said the sun gon' come out tomorrow, but it still gon' rain. A thunderstorm morning, it still won't go. Alright guys, we are finished reinstalling some old sway bar end links. We got the sway bar mounted and secure, as you guys can see, on the new bolts. Everything is nice and tight. Now what we plan on doing on this side, I'm actually going to leave that little flap there. We're going to spray some rubberized undercoat and some paint there so it doesn't rust. And then lastly, we're going to squirt some oil in there just so over the time the bolt won't rust. So again, this is the step you have to take in order to get your bracket back on into the chassis of the vehicle if your nuts seize. Let me show you the nuts here. There you have it. 3 of the 4 nuts were seized, and it looks like they're almost like tack welded on the inside. But as you can see, corrosion won yet again. Moment just to summarize what's happening here on this channel. We're giving away a goddamn turbo kit for one of you guys, so hit that subscribe button, share my channel everywhere. If we hit 30,000 subscribers, someone's winning my turbo kit. Don't snooze on that. All right, and that's the finished product. Got it sealed over there. Also ended up spraying the bolts down here, and here is the other side. And that's it, guys. That's a wrap for this project. Everything is mounted. Everything works, right? Everything works, and everything works and is functional, and it's definitely better than not having a sway bar as an alternative. And that's just the beauty of working on an old car in the Midwest. Anyway, I hope you guys learned something from this video. If you guys needed to do this before and didn't know how to do it or what to do, and you found this video helpful, smash a like button. I'll see everyone on the next video. Peace.